In this video, I want to demonstrate how to turn a sketch into a feature as shown here. So first I'm going to Control Tab back to my sketch. And again, the sketch is complete and fully defined, so I'm going to right click and exit the sketch. My next step, I'm just going to click in white space once. I want to make sure the sketch is highlighted. So I'm going to highlight the sketch. And if I've just exited, as we saw, it will be highlighted, so I don't need to reselect it. And then I'm going to go to the Features ribbon until I want to make an Extrude boss base. So I'll select that. The size for this feature will be 3 inches. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can go this way from my sketch plane, or I can flip the direction with this and go the opposite way, or flip it back. And the other option I have here are various end conditions. For now, what I want to actually tell it to do is to work from the mid plane. So from the plane, go 1.5 inches in each direction. This would add draft to it. We don't want to do that just yet. Click in white space to make the comment go away. And what we want to watch for is this thin feature box. If it's turned on automatically when you come here, what it's telling you is you don't have a closed sketch. And at this point, when you're just learning SolidWorks, you want every sketch to be closed. So if you see the thin feature, cancel this and fix your sketch and then come back. So now I've set up my extrusion parameters the way I would like them, with the mid-plane end condition and the total thickness to be 3 inches. I'm going to say OK to accept that. And here we have our first extrusion. If I come to the feature tree and expand this, I can see my sketch, which is now consumed or part of. So this feature is dependent upon this sketch. And I can minimize it here. And if I double click on the extrusion, all the sketch dimensions will come up. They'll be shown in black, as we can see here. In the extrusion dimension, the 3 inches is shown in blue. Any of these can be changed at any point in time. So if I wanted the extrusion to be 3.25, I could just double click on it and enter 3.25 and tell it to rebuild, and it will rebuild. Or I can double click on the part to bring up all the dimensions. And if this should have been 1.5, again, I can double click on that dimension, enter the 1.5, and rebuild it. And say OK, and now it's 1.5. So I can double click on the part, or I can double click on the feature in the tree to bring up the dimensions. So I'll put these back to what they were originally. I'll make this 1.4 and rebuild it and say OK. And then I'll put this extrusion thickness back to 3 inches and rebuild it and say OK. And now I've created my first extrusion. And if the sketch and the feature are well designed and follow solid design principles, when I change any of these, they should update without any errors.